so we're on our way to McDonald's to eat something before we do our bus trip to Como and Bellagio and Lugano, Switzerland. And we'll also be doing like a ferry ride in at least one of those places, possibly two. But I'm really excited for that. But first, we need to eat, so we're stopping at McDonald's for the third time this trip.
Not gonna lie, I was actually pretty psyched to get McDonald's for a third time while I was in Italy. It was the perfect start to the day and really fueled us up before our long bus ride to Lake Como.
We hit our first bathroom stop at Lake Como, and now we're gonna go do the ferry afterwards.
Since we'd only been on the bus for about an hour at that point, I didn't need to use the bathroom yet, and I could spend the entire break time just looking at this incredible view, which was right near where we stopped for the restroom. Seeing the lake got me really excited for the boat ride, because if this was just the bathroom stop, imagine what being on the water is actually gonna look like, and it was amazing. We got to see views of the mountains, as well as some famous houses and hotels all along the way. This one was especially gorgeous and I believe had arches that allowed you to see right through the property. Most of the places were tens of thousands a night. When we first got to Bellagio, the guide for the day gave us a tour of the city and showed us where all the main sites were. There were kind of two levels, one down by the water and one more uphill, which had some cafes and some shops as well.
So we've just been set free in Bellagio, which is alongside Lake Como, and now we're finding a cafe and magnets.
Oh, those are very expensive.
So those magnets were €7 each, which is unfortunate, but they were really cute, and we're still looking for more magnets and food.
Since there were only a few shops open in the top part of Bellagio, we ended up heading back down towards the water, where we did end up finding some more affordable magnets. And we got lunch at a cafe near the water. It was alright. It was more expensive than you would pay in Milan, and since it was a salami and cheese sandwich, to me it was nothing special. But overall it was good and the views were amazing. We did end up finding magnets for around €5 each, which was average for the day but more expensive than Milan. After our time in Bellagio, we took the ferry back to where the bus was parked.
It's back to the bus for Lugano.
Although Lugano was only about an hour away from where we were in Italy, the city itself felt very different, and also they had a Christmas market going.
We got dropped off in Lugano, Switzerland, so we're gonna be having our free time here. So I'm gonna look again for magnets and then probably nothing else because it's really expensive.
We started our time in Lugano by going into the mall to look for magnets. The mall was very nice on the inside, but unfortunately it was pretty expensive. We did end up finding magnets in like a convenience store type place, and then we headed over to the Christmas market, which I really enjoyed.
I found hot wine for only €3.
I got to enjoy my first and honestly only hot wine of the Christmas season with this incredible view of, I believe, Lake Lugano. And after just a short time in Lugano, we were headed off to Como, the city, to check it out in the evening. They had some wonderful Christmas lights set up along with a public skating rink in the center. We also did a short walk along the water, which was really beautiful even at night, although definitely a little cold.
All right, we're in our free time in Como. We already got our magnets and now we have nothing to do because what do you do on a Sunday night in the winter in Como? But we're going to go look up dinner places for when we're not in Como actually. So we're gonna find a nice place to sit and hopefully it's a free bench because drinks and stuff are expensive here.
I did have a good time stopping and looking at the prices of houses in Italy when we passed real estate windows. It was easy to see that Como is a beautiful city, but I think this whole day trip would have been a little bit better in the summer when the weather is a little bit more enjoyable outside. Since you only have a short time in each city, mainly your only option is to sit outside. When we got back to Milan, we ended up getting poke bowls and I got a bubble tea as well. It was pretty good, but fast food. And since it was our last night in Milan, I wanted to get a good video of Centrale Station because personally, I think it's really beautiful and I hadn't gotten a good look earlier.